ak yow mi lan mo ci won sa taxaway
man dama joge Banjul
I came from Banjul.
In fact, meeting my executive is on the way they are coming to Westfield.
In fact, I did not meet the executive on their way coming to Westfield.
Johnson Fufu.
I was standing by the Nawek Junction.
With a group of people
with a group of people that I met there.
Thousands of people.
With thousands of people.
Nawek Junction where?
In cooperative.
By the cooperative. That was where we stood. That was where I stood.
So now information.
How did you know that something was going to happen on that day?
Naka nga xamé né amna lu warona xew bes bobu?
Wa mon ci parti bi la bokal li xew dama ko li wara am dama ko day yek.
I am a party member of the party, and if anything is to happen, I'm always informed. I knew that that was going to happen. So I went and stood. I was there.
Information intercepted around Commune Johnson, Kairaba Avenue.
I got information that they were intercepted around the Commune Junction by the
PIU officers,
by the Kairaba Avenue, by PIU officers.
Who was intercepted?
Executive,
the executive, Usainu and the others.
Perhaps you should wait for the interpretation. Thank you. Who was intercepted?
Kan mo lañ gatandu won?
Ñom Usainu ak executive.
Usainu and the executive.
And what happened during that process?
Lan mo xew nak ci jamono bobu?
Dañ leen arrest.
They arrested them.
Dugal leen ci truck.
Boarded them on a truck.
Who arrested them?
Kan mo leen arrest?
PIU officers.
The PIU officers.
How many of them were arrested, if you know?
Ñaata ci ñoom lañ arreston bu dé xam nga ko?
Executive bi lañ arreston. Ñi gënon ñep.
The entire executive was arrested. Those that came out.
Bem des kena.
Except one.
Aji Suare.
Aji Suare.
Jabari Dembo by force.
The wife of Dembo by force.
So hole metal bi sa munchi.
If you look at the photograph, she was there.
Munfa.
She was there.
Why mom rek mo ci miss.
But she was the only one missing.
Dafa lucky trop.
She was very lucky.
Ni ko def ci don bokki.
Otherwise, she would have been.
Wa ñi fa nek ñep lañ té.
But all those that were there were arrested.
People
like Kemesen Jammeh, Femi Peters,
Deputy Speaker,
the Deputy Speaker,
all
of them.
But you were not at the scene of arrest. You were at cooperative union end.
Yow nekkulo won ci bërëb ba nga xamne fa lañ leen doon arresté yow yaangi won ci boori cooperative nonu.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did you come to know of this arrest?
Naka nga xamé mbiri arrest bi?
Parce que dafa ñu fa joggé. Those that came from there,
our party militants
were our party militants.
Ñu information bi.
They came and gave us the information.
And what was the information you received?
Ban xibaar lañ la jox?
Ñu téné executive bi yépp ñu Ousseynou gaay yépp ñu gënon ñëpp téné leen.
They told us that they arrested the whole executive, those that came out, Ousseynou and the others, all of them were arrested.
Même des Aji Soare.
Except Aji Soare.
And how did you feel when you heard that information?
Ba nga déggé xibaar bobu nak yow lo yek?
I was very shocked. Na ma trop.
It pained me a lot.
It
pained me a lot. Because what they came out for was their right.
The political reform is for everybody.
And the political reform was for everybody.
It's for the Gambia.
That was one of the reasons why Yaya Jammeh left this place.
So having had that information that the party you supported, the leadership was arrested, what did you do next?
Bi nga jotté xibaar bobu nak na yo parti bi nga xamné ñom nga faral sen kilifa yépp arrest nañ leen lo def
dañ don paré jógé fofu Nawek Johnson pour dem di wër Kairaba Avenue.
We were about to leave the Nawek Johnson to head on to the Kairaba Avenue.
Before you paré départ,
before we departed,
military truck bi ñëw.
A military truck arrived.
You said we. Who are you referring to when you said we?
Ñu bari la.
Né ñun so né ñun la yeen ñan la.
Ñu bari la woon.
We were many.
as far as you know?
Of course, sir.
ñi nga wax ni ñepp ndax UDP lañ
Wow.
bokkoon.
Yes,
Party militants.
they were party militants.
And they headed towards Westfield.
ñu ngi jublu woon Westfield.
And then what happened?
Lana xew gannaaw boobu.
Westfield, before we
Before we left there,
the military truck we arrived.
as I told you, it was when the military truck arrived.
PIU
Some came from the PIU in Kanifing there.
PIU officers.
Those were PIU officers.
Helmet.
They had their batons and their helmets.
No attacks the crowd.
They came and attacked the crowd. At that time, the military truck had already arrived. That was when they started jumping on us.
With their life round.
With their life rounds, he said?
Yeah.
Accent Bali Fetel.
Who are you referring to when you said they started jumping on us?
ñan nga wax ni bo waxé né dañ commencé di top ci sen kaw.
Ay soldat lañ.
They were soldiers.
So when jumping something sunny, he was in the Navy.
They called him something Sene. He was in the Navy.
That guy was the guy who shot Fafanyang.
That was the guy who shot Fafanyang.
How do you know that he was the guy that shot Fafanyang?
Naka nga xamé né mom mo fetel Fafanyang.
I watched you and him as he testified here.
And do you know his name?
Xam nga turam.
Wow, I'm not turam. I'm landing home Lamin, something like that. Fadina turam. Why
Yes.
it was in the Navy?
I knew his name. Is either Lamin or Landin Sane, but he was in the Navy.
You saw about the son?
Ndax
I forgot his name, but I can recognize him.
Can you describe him?
mun nga ñoo wax naka la mel.
Why you am taxaway la rek.
He's well built
Ñuul kuk.
and
Black collar.
he's dark in complexion.
From red beret.
He used to put on a red beret.
Tall or medium height or short?
Gudani rek.
ñoo la wala digg
Ñu wara am mom da taxaway.
Almost my height.
Ina suma so tamit lu tuti la ma sutee rek. Why na ñu wara am height mom da.
If he would be taller than me, it will be just be a little bit, but we should be of the same height.
I would give you a few names and you tell us which one is correct. Lamin Sise, Lamin Koli, Lamin Jamme, Landing Jamme, Landing Sise. Which one?
It's Lamin Koli.
na Lamin Koli la.
Lamin Koli la.
Lamin Koli.
This is my newspaper with visa. We just my statement.
I brought a newspaper here when I came to give my statement.
Now it was a poor newspaper.
So how?
Because he was in the Navy at the seaport.
So neighbors like every time we do ñom.
They were our neighbors and we were interacting with them all the time.
Did you know him personally or you merely recognized him?
xam nga ko mom ci bopam ni ndax dang ko xamé rek.
Waaw xawma ko nak.
I don't know him,
Why xamé na dama ko xamé rek.
but I recognized him.
But do you realize that Lamin Koli is in fact not as tall as you?
waaye da xam nga ne Lamin Koli mom njoolut ni comme yow ni nga njoole.
You are perhaps way taller than him, if I may put it that
mun
way.
naa am sax ne yow yaa ko gën a njool fuuf.
Waaw mun na possible.
It can be possible.
Lu ko possible. Nga describe la rek waaye mun na possible.
You know, it's just a description, but it can be possible.
But you are right anyway.
And Lamin Koli was a medic.
te Lamin Koli moom fajkat la woon.
Waaw mun na am parce que Navy bi am na military doctors.
Yes, it could be, because the Navy also have military doctors.
But how do you know that the person you had an encounter with is called Lamin Koli?
naka nga xamee ne nag yow kooku nga joteel noonu Lamin Koli la tudda.
Waaw parce que ci crowd bi maa ngi dégg am na ñoo xam ne sax ñu xam nañ ko ñu ngi au turam di ko yuuxu.
Because in the crowd, there were some who knew him and they were calling his name.
But how do you know that he testified before the TRRC?
naka nga xamee ne ñëw na fii ci kanam TRRC.
Ma ko gis ci télé bi yaa moom.
He was led by my colleague, Maria Masingate.
waa xam nga ne Lamin Koli moom ki ko doon laaj fii du woon man de Mariama Singate la.
waaw ba tey rek yéen ñi ko nekkoon ci table bi daal anyway.
All the same. All of you were on the desk.
parce que mën naa nekk anyway daal mën naa nekk mistake waaye yéen ñi ko nekkoon ci table ci panel bi anyway.
It could be a mistake, but all of you were there.
In fact, on that occasion, I was hardly on the table that day. I spent much of the time outside.
Okay.
Jamono boobu nag man fooguma fi lu bari de dama doon dem de.
Well, it's not very concerning anyway. It's fine.
Waa ba tey am na
But yet still,
Are you convinced positively that the person, the soldier you saw there on that day was Lamin Koli?
ndax óor na la nag ne yow soldat bi nga gisoon bés boobu Lamin Koli moomu la.
parce que moo ma gaañ.
he wounded me.
How did he wound you?
Naka la la gaañee.
Oui. Fetel la ma dóor kaa di fetel.
He hit me with the gun butt.
xar suma jëbi ma daanu. fii ay officers yi ñëw.
Tore my forehead and I fell down.
Can you give us a blow-by-blow rundown of how that happened, step by step? What happened?
di ñu mën a waxal rek ndànka lan mooy li nga xam ne moo xew benn. li xewoon bés boobu jël ko jéego pour jéego ci kaw noonu ndànka.
Proceed, please.
parce que ñoom bu ñëwee Westfield ak military truck bi.
Because when they came to the Westfield,
they jump suñ kaw.
and they jumped on us.
naa moom ba mu jumpee man la jàkkaaroo ya.
When he jumped, he faced me.
mu dóor ma fetel ma daanu.
He hit me with a gun and I fell down.
PI officers yi bokk ci.
The PI officers were involved.
dóor ma daanu ci pax boobu nekk Nawek.
They beat me up and I fell into the ditch by Nawek.
mooy pax bu rëy boobu nekk foofu.
That's the big ditch there.
fekk ma fa di ma stamp.
They came after me there and they were stamping on me.
laa ñàkk suma bëñ yëpp.
That was where I lost my teeth.
lost my eyesight ba léegi.
I lost my eyesight. They held my head and they were smashing it against the muddy water.
You said you lost all your teeth.
nga ne danga ñàkk sa bëñ yëpp.
All of them are gone.
Your smile seems to suggest that there are still some.
ni nga muñee nag nuru na ne am na bëñ yu fa des.
ci kaw waaye ci yëpp moom kanam yëpp dem na.
On top, but all the front ones are gone.
parce que suñu la téye di la dóor di la ekkati di dóor sa ko bi ci biir photo.
Because if they held your head and they keep smashing it against the mud,
suma bët yëpp noonu la yaaw.
my eyes, that was how they all got spoiled.
So the mud entered your eyes.
poto bi dafa dugg ci sa buti.
waaw
Yes,
suuf
sand,
lu nekk.
everything.
da guddi sax du ma dee gis.
If I hold the paper, I am unable to see.
And after all that beating, did they leave you behind?
gannaaw buñ la dóoree dóor yooyu yëpp nag ndax ci lañ bàyyi nañ la gannaaw.
waaw fa lañ ñu bàyyi parce que xam nga crowd baa ngi bari.
Yes, that was where they left us because there was a huge crowd.
ñoom seen opinion bi moom pour dóor ñu daanu suñu kaw.
And their opinion was just to come and beat us up and
am na ñoo xam ne téye nañ leen.
be aggressive towards us. But there were some that were arrested.
ñu bari.
Many.
noonu la roosee crowd bi.
That was how I sneaked out of the
ma
crowd.
dugg diggante Jacaranda. loolu boobu noonu.
I went between Jacaranda that way.
noonu la escapé.
That was how I escaped.
How were you able to see?
naka nga defoon nag ba mun a gis.
I was blind. ma doon try waaye maa ngi gis sama bët yi waaye xam naa fi ma jaar place yi ma jaar. ma cross tali su fekkoon ne mosoo doon ñëw sax ma doon rey.
Face was covered in mud.
maa ngi bleed.
bleeding.
I was bleeding.
Okay. I was bleeding.
And then, what did you do after passing through Jacaranda?
léegi loo def nag gannaaw boo jaaree noonu romba Jacaranda.
dama dugg Kanifing.
I went into Kanifing.
ma jaar ci yooni gannaaw bi.
I took the back way.
ma jaar ci back way bi ci gannaaw.
Through the back.
And then, what happened after?
foofu laa doxee ba Banjul.
That's where I walked up till Banjul.
gars yi ne duñ ma mën a laal fu mu nekk nii.
When I got to the hospital, they said they will not be able to attend to me
police.
until I went to the police first. I said to them, this was done to me by soldiers, police, and PIU officers. The following morning, I got up to a private clinic. I paid. They dressed me. My finger too, that was where it suffered a problem. It cannot bend.
And then what happened after that?
I went to our home. That was where I relaxed. And when my dressing time comes, I go and have my dressing. That was how I managed. Each time I had to go for dressings, I would go and have my dressings. If I had to buy medication, I'll go out and have my medication. In fact, they stitched it. In fact, I treated myself until I got well.
At what stage were you at the NIA?
Ban jamano nga nekkon nak NIA?
NIA time ma joge dressy. One
day, when I was coming from dressing, two individuals came to our home. They said to me, they needed me. I asked them where, and they said, we need you. I thought they were police. They said, no, we need you at the NIA. Because there are people who recognized you and they said you were part of the problem at Westfield. So I went and they took down my statement. After they took my statement, they said to me, now you can go home.
So anyway, we'll call you.
Anyway, if we need you, we will call you. I used to go there to report, but they did not detain me there.
At what stage did you know that Solo Sandeng was there?
Yo kanga hamnag ne Solo Sandeng mungfa.
That day that I went there was when I heard that Solo was there.
So, but on this particular occasion, you were not detained?
I was not detained, but I gave my statement.
Earlier on, you mentioned that you were dismissed from the Gambia Ports Authority.
Gambia Ports Authority.
Wow.
Yes.
I would give you this document to take a look at. You take a look at the document. Can you tell us what it is?
In 2011. Dismissal letter.
From which institution?
Fan la letter bi bayeko ban ligeyukay.
Admit la bayeko.
I think it's from the admin.
Admin of which department?
Ferry services.
Admin bu fan la.
Ferry services.
Ferry services. Signed by who?
An moko sign.
It's not signed by the managing director, it's signed by Mariama Sar.
Thank you very much. You had provided some pictures to the commission. Please take a look at these.
Jerejef amna it ay natal yo xamne jox nga ko fi commission bi setal yi.
Take a look at that photograph.
That's me. My hand and my finger.
If you look at, can you tell us how long it took for your injuries to heal?
ñaata waxtu wala ay weer la sa gaañu gaañu bi door a wér.
jël na over 3 months daal maximum. 2 or 3 months.
It took between 2 and 3 months.
Parce que dem naa ñoo génne ñaw ñaw yi.
Because it went until the stitches went off.
maa ngi dem di dress yi.
I was going to have it dressed.
If you look at the photograph, you're wearing a coalition T-shirt, and the bottom writings seem to suggest President-elect Adama Barrow.
So seetloo nataal bi nag yaa ngi sol T-shirt coalition bi te ci suuf ci wàlli ndeyjoor bi ñu fa bind ne président biñ tànn Adama Barrow.
man lii laa soloon bés bu ma taxaw Westfield T-shirt bi.
Yes, this was the T-shirt I wore that day I stood at the Westfield.
moo tax gars yi mun maa xàmmee jën maa mun a xàmmee ci biir nit ñi.
That was why they could easily identify me amongst the crowd.
But that is impossible.
Why loolu munta am?
Because the attack on Ousseynou Dabo and the UDP, the executive, preceded the selection of Adama Barrow as a coalition candidate.
Ndaxte jamono jooju Ousseynou Dabo bañ ko doon arrest moo jiitu tànn bi nga xam ne moom lañ tànn def ko Adama Barrow mu nekk président.
waaw dëgg la waaye tey moom T-shirt yi jënoon nañ.
That's true. By that time, these T-shirts were in circulation.
ñu ko print.
They were printed.
No, these T-shirts could not have been out.
no kenn na cancel.
T-shirt yi du mun a génn.
ñu doon def collection di wut fond bi.
We were
donation
doing
print T-shirts yi.
the collections, seeking funds to print these T-shirts.
I understand that. No doubt you may have participated in that. But what I am driving at is as follows.
xam naa weddiwuma loolu ne xam naa yow bokkoon nga ci waaye li ma wax mooy ne.
These T-shirts were only printed after Adama Barrow was selected as coalition candidate.
T-shirt yi boo gisee bi ngeen ko defar fekk na Adama Barrow ñu tànn ko ba pare pour mu taxaw ci turi coalition bi.
T-shirt yi génnoon na il faut ñu ko selecté ñu ko doon print.
T-shirts came
in Westfield
by that time.
parce que ñu ko doon jaay Westfield ci benn boutique.
When he was selected, that was when we printed them. They used to sell them at Westfield.
And that is precisely the point.
loolu mooy mbir mi.
These T-shirts were made after Adama Barrow was selected as the coalition candidate, correct?
T-shirt yi da ngeen ko defar gannaaw bu ñu tànnee Adama Barrow pour mu taxaw ci turi coalition bi du noonu.
waaw dëgg la waaye
Yes, that's true.
Adama ñëwoon na pour join ñu pour join gars yi ñu Ousseynou waaye ne ko yow bokkuloo.
At that time, Adama came to join Ousseynou Dabo and co, but they told him that he were not part of it.
ne ko yow taxaweel boor ñun we are heading to mile 2.
They told him to stand aside.
bu ci bokka.
We were heading to mile 2. Don't be a part of it.
All that is not significant here, but the important thing is that the date that Ousseynou and co were arrested, these T-shirts were not printed, correct?
I agree with you, Council.
loolu li ma wane fii mooy ne yii yëpp amul solo li ñoo wax nii mooy
I agree with you.
bi ñoo arrest Ousseynou T-shirt yi defaraguñ
At this point, I agree with you.
mu ne waa nangu na.
Thank you.
And also, if at all your injuries had healed after 2 months, then it means to say that the injuries would have healed by end of May or June.
su fekkee ne nag sa gaañu gaañu ñu wér nañ gannaaw ñaari weer bon dafa mel ni mu ngaa wéri ca weeri mai wala juin.
Wow, Ismail Mahmoud can serve me. Wow,
and Adama Barrow
Yes, that
was
could be.
not selected as head of the coalition between this disparity.
naka nga mun a waxee nag ute bi am ni.
a mistake to me.
It can be a mistake. It can be a mistake on my part. I agree with you, and I appeal for that. Sometimes my brain, this has affected my brain.
And if you look at the writings on the T-shirt, it says President-elect Adama Barrow. It means the elections had already occurred and Adama Barrow was already chosen, or was already elected as president, but he's not yet taken over.
Boss seedloo binda yiñ fa def dañ ne président biñ tànn Adama Barrow bon dafa mel ni boobu tànn nañ ko def ko président waaye boobu commencé gut.
So, which means to say that this picture was taken around January in 2017.
Bon mu mel ni nataal bi ñu ngi ko jël boori January 2017.
Do you see the problem?
But the T-shirt was
out a long time.
Anyway.
I was the one wearing it anyway.
I wear it.
The problem I have with what you have said is whether those injuries are in fact consistent with the attack on UDP militants in April of 2016, because this picture seems to have been taken in January 2017.
Li ma wax ni moy ndax gañu yi mengo na ak xew-xew bi nga xamne wax nga ne mom la mo la dalon 2016 ndax te natal bi yang ko jël ci atum 2017.
No, I don't think.
All right, I'll proceed. And you were subsequently, after the new government came, did you make any complaint about your dismissal?
Légui nak gannaaw bu nguur gu bees gi commencé ndax amna ben tawat boko def ci li nga xamne mo la dal.
Wow.
Yes.
What complaint did you make?
Yan tawat nga def?
Complaint bi dem ci Jobaate.
I went to Jobaate. Usman Jobaate.
Bobu moy di deputy managing director.
He was the deputy managing director.
Suma ben friend mo fa nekkon officer.
One of my friends was there as an officer.
Musa Diouf foog na xam nga ko Niga One.
Musa Diouf, I think you would know him. Niga One.
Kuma mo call.
He called me
fan nga nekka
and asked where I was.
Ma ngi Banjul de.
I told him I was in Banjul.
Trial nga ñu office Jobaate di ma fa fekk.
He told me, try and come to Jobate's office, you will find me there.
Ma jël taxi.
I took a taxi.
Ma dem fa.
I went there.
Ma fekk ko fa.
I met him there.
Jobaate na ma toogal.
Jobaate told me to sit down.
Ma toog.
I sat down.
Mu ne ma léegi sa problème bi.
He said to me, now your problem.
Mu ne ma Musa Diouf appel na ci man.
Musa Diouf has appealed to me.
Léegi dañ bëgg pour ñu reinstate.
Now we want to reinstate you.
Ma ne ko su dee loolu la loolu jaama la sant Yàlla.
I said to him, well, if that is the case, then that is good news, thank God.
Jobaate na ma da nga try nga binda apologize, nga binda letter apologize.
Jobaate said to me that I should try and write an apology letter.
Mu ne ma try nga binda ko soo ko bindee.
He said to me, try and write it, and after you've written it,
mu ne ma jox ko Musa mu isi ko.
he said to me, give it to Musa, he will bring it to me.
Bu ma ko bindee ma call Musa.
When I wrote it, I called Musa.
Ma ne ko foo nekka.
I asked him where he was.
Mu ne ma ngi Albion Place ci boori Albion School.
And he said he was at the Albion place by the Albion school.
Mu ne benn kees ku fa nekka mu ngi ndeewu foofu.
There was a kiosk where he was having his breakfast.
Mu ne ma soo ko fee bokkul rek di nga gis kees bi ci wall bi wala Albion School bi.
He said as you bend by the Buckle Street, you'll see the kiosk by the school.
Opposite former Great Alliance Insurance.
Mu ngi jàkkaarloo ak Great Alliance Insurance.
So ma dem fekk fa Moose.
So I went there and met Moose.
Fekk ngay ndeewu.
At that time he was having his breakfast.
Mu ne ko letter baa ngi nii.
I said to him, here is the letter.
Mu jox ko ko.
And I gave it to him.
Mu ne ma demal nga dem toog bàyyi ma ko mën naa ko toppatoo.
He told me to go and sit down and leave things in his hands. He will take care of it.
Mu ne moom ci élection.
I think the following day,
or that day,
waaw si la
dem ci Jobaate.
That was when he went to Jobate and gave him the letter. I was sitting down, I didn't go there.
So you were subsequently reinstated?
Yes, I was reinstated.
And you were reinstated on Valentine's Day of 2018. That must have been very sweet. February 14, 2018, you were reinstated,
yes.
correct?
Wow.
Yes.
Good.
After they gave him the letter, when I went there, Jobate said to me, relax, I will go and face Tambedu.
Tambedu was the managing director. So, Jobate
Jobate went to Tambedu. I don't know
what
what
suffices to say that you were reinstated on 14 February 2018.
That's
February 14, 2018.
But prior to this time, you had already made a complaint to the ombudsman, correct?
Ombudsman.
Wow.
Yes.
And you subsequently had to withdraw your request, your complaint from the office of the ombudsman.
Wow.
Yes. Because something was pending. Because the case of the GPA,
ombudsman.
if it is at the ombudsman, they cannot decide it.
Take a look at those documents. You would see the withdrawal letter to the office of the ombudsman.
Letter binga bindon na pour nangu wat sa tawat bobu ca ombudsman.
Ombudsman la ak reinstatement letter.
Yes, the ombudsman and the reinstatement letter.
And the other letter is your letter of reinstatement. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Before I yield the witness, before I hand over the witness to you, I would wish to ask that the following documents be admitted as exhibits.
Chairman, bala mala jebal nak sédé bi dama bëgg keuyit yi ñu duggal ko ci biir keuyiti sédé yi.
That is the letter to the ombudsman withdrawing the complaint by the witness.
Moy letter bi nga xamné sédé bi bindon nako office ombudsman di nanguwaat tawat bi nga xamné mom la fa yobbu won.
Okay. The first exhibit would be 122A. The one I have just cited would be 122B.
Jëkka bi moy number bi moy 122A, benen bi moy 122B.
And the reinstatement letter would be 122C.
Letter biñ ko binda nak pour jëlaat ko ci liggéey bi mo wara nek 122C.
And the photograph of the witness in which he wore Coalition Gambia t-shirt, that should be 122D.
Benen natal bi nga xamne nak sédé bi mu ngi ci natalu té sol t-shirt coalition bi bobu mën na nek 122D.
And with that, Mr. Chair, if the documents are accepted as exhibits, I would hand over the witness to the Commission for further questions.
Légui nak Mr. Chair bu dé nangul nga ñu nak yoy yeb ñu duggal ko mu nek ci kayiti sédé yi su boba nak légui mën na la jébal sédé bi.
Council
Hold on a second. Mr. Job.
Yes, sir.
Were you prosecuted
Mr. Job ndax yobbu nañ
in
la
2002?
Atte nañ la 2002.
Taken to court?
Yobbu nañ la court 2002.
Okay. Let's deal with these documents first.
Documents first, thank you, Council. Your requests, 2, 3, 4 of them, I think, are granted. The discrepancies that you were referring to or alluding to regarding the photograph, what's the outcome? Are you satisfied that the photograph is authentic in the light of the date discrepancies and other things? Are you satisfied?
I am satisfied that the photograph is authentic, but I am not satisfied that the injuries showed are consistent with his testimony. If the injuries he complained of occurred in April and healed 2 months thereafter, they could not have been the same injuries as those shown in the photograph, because it's quite clear that these photographs, in my view, were taken in January 2017. So it's either that the witness is mistaken as to the connection between the injuries and the photographs that he gave, or the duration in which his injuries healed. But quite clearly, the witness could not explain, he could not explain away the discrepancies, which, I mean, I leave it to the Commission to assess the credibility of the witness on that particular issue. I am under no doubt that he suffered injuries, but whether the injuries in April are those that are depicted in the picture that was taken in January.
Actually, my point was exactly on that one, whether or not that would determine the authenticity of the photo. But if you are satisfied with the other points, I leave it to you to request the inclusion of these.
Yes, perhaps they should be included such that the Commission would have a basis to assess the credibility of the witness on that particular issue.
Wonderful. Thank you. Monsieur? Thank you. Council, you may continue. Third time he had some questions for you before we have him, the Commission gets it.
Mr. Chair, I have received this document from this witness. Perhaps it is something that we need to clear. I asked him whether he was ever convicted. When you were arrested in 2002, were you taken to court?
Lima buga laaj seede bi mooy biñ ko arresté atum 2002 ndax yóbbu woon nañ ko court.
Musuma taxaw court.
I never stood before a court.
Mr. Witness, take a look at this document. It was provided by you.
Seedal kayit bi nga xam ne yow yaa ñu ko jox.
Have you seen this document before?
Receipt la.
Kayit bi gisoon nga ko.
Receipt la buma bay.
This is a receipt. When I was being released, this was what they wrote and gave to me.
I'm still.
They said to me, hold it.
When
I was going, this was what I took.
Who gave it to you?
Kana la ko jox?
In mile 2.
Mile 2 lañ la ko joxe.
Did you read the document?
Jàngoon nga ko kayit bi.
Holuma ko parce my eyesight is a problem.
I didn't look at it because my eyesight was a problem.
You know.
Did they tell you what is the nature of this document?
Waxoon nañ la kayit gi pour lan la?
No, waxuma dara.
No, they told me nothing.
Can we bring the document? The document reads as follows.
Kayit bi liñ ci bind lii la.
Certificate of expiration of a term of imprisonment.
Certificate la boo xam ne jamono ji la téye woon ci prison bi jeex na.
So it says whereas.
wax na nag ne ci kaw loolu.
Number 96 of 2002.
Number 96 bu 2002.
Lamine Diop.
Lamine Diop.
was sentenced to a term of 6 months imprisonment
dañ ko tëjoon juróom benn weeri kaso
on the 27th day of May 2002. 21
te ci kaw nag bunti luwa prison yooyu nga xam ne moom la lim
of 1990
bu 1990
served the period of imprisonment required under Regulation 68 of the Prison Act.
appa bi nga xam ne nag moom lañ ko tëraloon pour mu tëdda ko ci kaso bi tëdda na ko ba jeexal ko ci wàlli luwa prison bi.
It is deemed that the remaining portion of that sentence has expired from the 5th of July 2002.
mu mel ni li desoon nag ci li nga xam ne moom la waroon a tëdda jeex na ba si juróomi fanweeri July 2002.
And it was signed for the Commissioner of Prisons.
ki ko sign nag daf ko def ci turi commissioner bu prison.
Mr. Job, what this document says?
Mr. Job, kayit bi day li mu wone.
It says that you are prosecuted and imprisoned.
mooy ne yóbbu nañ la court atte nañ la tëj la.
And you were prisoner number 96 of 2002.
te joxoon nañ la number muy 96 bu 2002.
And that you were sentenced for 6 months.
te ñu ne tëj nañ la pour nga tëdda kaso juróom benn weer.
And from the 27th of May.
ñaar fukki fan ak juróom ñaar ci weeri May.
And that you have served a portion of that.
te am na ci loo xam ne tëdda nga ko ci.
And that was that expired on the 5th of July 2002.
te loolu jeexoon na juróomi fan weeri July 2002.
And that is the reason why you were released.
te loolu moo tax ñu bàyyi la.
What do you have to say about
loo
that?
am pour wax ci loolu.
Council, I heard what you said. But this paper, they wrote it.
Why man suffer my sentence 6 months in prison.
But I did not serve a 6-month sentence in the prison.
Definitely,
Definitely, when I was leaving, I was called and they gave it to me.
When you produced these documents to the commission, did you know the nature and content of this document?
bi nga jëlee kayit bi indi ko ci commission bi jox leen ko ndax xamoon nga li ci biir kayit bi ak lim omba.
parce que dafa jaxasoo suma kayit bi ma indi suma kayit yi.
It was mixed up in the documents that I brought.
In my papers ci biir dëkk kayit.
The commission would examine this.
commission bi nañ ko seet.
If the prison would issue a certificate of expiration of a term of imprisonment to someone who's not been taken to court and sentenced.
su fekkee ne prison bi moom mun nañoo joxe kayit boo xam ne wone na ne nit ki tëdd na kaso ba jeexal appa biñ ko appaloon te fekk borom musuñ koo yóbbu court ba yoon daan ko.
But that would reflect a fundamental problem in the prison system.
bon nag su boobaa nag lii problème bu rëy laa doon ci biir prison bi.
But be rest assured, the commission would look into this. Mr. Chair, I ask that this document also be exhibited.
Mr. Chair,
as Exhibit 122E.
number 122E.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Own plans.
They could have done it for their own plans. But I did not serve this sentence. Because there's no truth at the prisons. Because whatever pleases them, they could frame me for it.
Thank you, Council. And your request is granted also.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your witness, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Joe, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Jërëjëf Council. Jërëjëf yow it Mr. Job ci li nga ñëw pour joxe sa seede fii ci kanam commission bi.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sorry that you are still suffering from the consequences of the horrific and the massive torture that you had endured in the hands of agents of the state.
ngi metti lu nak ci ben tay jafe-jafe ya nga xamne ya ngi jankuwante ak moom ngir mitital bi nga xamne tek nañ la ko ci mu ngi baye ko ci ñi nga xamne ñoo waron teewal nguur gi.
Suffering was quite extraordinary.
Mitit gi moom mitit la boo xam ne daal lu doy waar la.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Yes, I'm a Commissioner Carr. I'll start on the Commissioner's left, on the right hand. Commissioner Carr, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. My question
my question is a small one.
Apology letter.
You said earlier on that they had asked you to write an apology letter.
Apologize for. Why that you correct? If
I heard you clearly, what were they asking you to apologize for? When Jobate called me, he said to me this case, because at that time, when it happened, it was advantage. The managing director that was there, whatever he did, it was not lawful.
All their executive powers.
There were some directors that took their own executive powers. Even if they wanted to help someone, to employ him, he would not accept. He will choose his own people and employ them at the ports. Someone like Jobate is from Banjul.
Very helpful somebody.
Is someone that is very helpful. All the natives of Banjul that are working at the port, he brought them in.
Director of operation.
That time he was the director of operations.
Deputy managing director time.
He was not yet the deputy managing director at the time.
Dock workers.
When it comes to the dock workers, all the natives of Banjul that are there were brought in by Jobate. He had a lot of sympathy for the people of Banjul.
So
that was why he said to me,
apologize.
Write an apology letter and just apologize to fast track your issue. Because we are all natives of Banjul. What happened to you was a provocation, but you will say it. After I wrote it,
2 weeks.
It did not take 2 weeks. I just sat there and they called me.
My friend,
the friend that I sat with, he had a vehicle.
Please don't drop ports.
I said to him, please, could you drop me at the ports? I'm cold. I got inside and we went. When I got there, the messenger said to me, this is your letter, and asked me to sign. He told me that you have been reinstated. That was how it went.
What
I cannot understand is that if at all they troubled you, as you explained it, why would you have to write an apology letter? That is what I don't understand. They mentioned it, so I just agreed. I cannot refuse. It's my interest I was following. I shouldn't have done it. But I realized that if I did not do it, and that is what they asked me to do as an authority, so I just complied and did it. I just wrote it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Bojan.
Mr. Job. Mbenna bala fatandile la ko ya fanyami ko ye ko ya kul min be taki.
Mr. Job mangi mitilu nak bu ba li jafe-jafe yi nga xamne yeb mom nga janku wantel.
I sympathize with you for all the difficulties that you have gone through.
Thank you very much.
Mbe ñinen kala kabiri jangi ke dismiss ye post nu muntole.
Dima la buga laaj moy bala nga don dakha ci liggéey bi fan nga nekkon di liggéey.
What I want to ask you is, before you were dismissed, where were you posted?
Barajali.
Ila dismissal letter falan ko ngaje ko ye report of fintini je ko ibuka somtala do ko la ko alla luwaya fo nyami do ko la luwaya fo nyami fo wala mbam fo wonte because dismissal letter bal ngole jeje ko wala tina ye bay malete wo ko je ñaadin
letter bi nga xamne nak mom lañ binda ne daxa nañ la ci liggéey bi liñ fa binda moy ne yow ni nga waron di dem di liggéeyé do daan dem liggéeyé je nonu loolu lañ binda ci letter bi ne loolu motax ñu daxala xawma yow nak naka nga gisé loolu
on your expected is that true and how do you react to that
degana lim wax
I heard what she said but I think if you post someone to a place where he is going to work where he has no mother or father
I dem this post it at Barajali station ferry bo xamne
you post someone at Barajali ferry station a post which is
ferry bo xamne na luma la daw
which is only operational on lumos
commissioner Kinte ngi ni da faran jar
Commissioner Kinte is here. He used to cross there. He came to my room and woke me up one night. He was to cross over to Brikamaba.
Dead body.
Because they had a dead body. I will not forget that at all.
So customer every time.
So a customer, he crosses with the ferry all the time. He knows how Barajali is like. When you sit in Barajali, the mosquitoes come to you like rain. You will not even have a proper room to sleep in. Commissioner Kinte knows what I'm talking about. Secondly, to have even good food, you cannot. If it is come to the worst, you may have porridge.
So
before you post someone there, you should look on the side of accommodation where the person will stay. Those are not in existence there. It's very difficult.
Abaraka ngela okumo mwele ni aje ngi ninka ye kumol fo janne bari mambara jall moy malum dalilomi yatina ye dismiss ye dalilomi foko ye dismiss ye ko Usen Dabo e ka fenko min dia bunya min dia ban nata kay to kono je ngani sifaje wala na ngeni ninka police sene yande nin mi yatina kante min je anite min fo e manke kinwote
so gisee ma laaj la loolu mooy ne ci sa kàddu yi tudduloo fi sax Barajali te dama gis ne yow bi nga wax danga wax ne sa ànd ak ni nga doon beralee loxo Ousseynou Dabo buy jàll loolu moo tax bañ daxala te nag ma gis leneen lu utee ak loolu loo xam ne ñu ngi ko bind ci leetar bi moo tax ma laaj la pour nga leeral
loolu tam dëgg la moo tax ma leeral ko foofu xam naa ne yàgga loolu tam dina ñëw
That is true. That is why I made it clear to her there, because I know that in time that issue will come up. All of that is just the fight. You post me in the bush so that I'll be far away from you.
Time biri woketa yela balanda tandila bam femela balanda tandi wala mun nakuma la bangot
lolu bañ la fa yobo nak ndax boné nga sa mbagn wala woné wuloko
when that happened did you protest or not
so ko way sa dun la falé parce que dictatorship government na fene ko
even if I went from work without even giving them a warning letter
the letter is not signed by the managing director
and the letter is not even signed by the managing director what kind of dismissal is that that is a provocation. If you dismiss someone, use the right procedure.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Job. Before I give the floor to Lankinte, Barajali is not quite Alabi. You have is the home of the former president, and his father, who was a very rich man in that part of the provinces, came from Barajali.
Mr.
You have the floor.
Barajali nak du àll bi de ndaxte président ba woon fa la dëkkoon te baayam doonoon na ko xam ne ku amoon alal la moom it foofu la faaxee ko.
voilà ñun fa la ñun facilité bi ñu amoon foofu yëpp dañ daan dundee foofu yëpp kër jàpp saa daaw la.
All the facilities we used at that time came from the household of Sadawla Kerawa.
Brother Sadawla, Alaji Jawara.
From his brother, Alaji Jawara. It's a close friend of mine. We are very close. used to visit me and we chatted.
Daf ma bëggoon personally. So amee rider sax bu kii toppal.
It's a place where even if you had a motorbike.
Man ma dem mu jël wàcca.
The highness
will follow you. Da nga jël morceau laxas ko fa. Parce que bu kii ku gisee sign of the reflector light dañ la toppa.
The motorbike reflector would have to be covered by a cloth because if the highness saw the reflector, they will come following after you. There was a hill there where the highness.
Thank you very much indeed for those bookie stories. Commissioner Kinde, you have the floor.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Dina degral li nga watu bobu fofu jafena.
I will strengthen what you said. During those days, that place was quite hard.
Why Port Authority li ñakon moy pour wara tété nit ñi bu ñu leena yobbu fo xamné mengo wut ak ñom fuñ min.
What the port authorities lacked at that time was how to help comport those who were being moved to an area where they are not familiar with.
Wa ñi nga xamné ñom dañ leen santa pour ñu dem liggé ak mbolo yi ci ala bi wala ci kaw gi.
Those that were asked to work with the communities in the provinces.
Dañ day jangal ba nga xamné dinañ mëna mengo ak ñom té fekk du nekk problem.
They used to sensitize them in a way that they will be able to cope with the situations when they get there.
Mënon na wa bena Solomon Owens nekon na Kiang Karantaba.
I can
from Banjul, so it was no.
Solomon Owens, who was from Banjul to Kiang Karantaba.
But based on the extension orientation, he adapted very easily until he was going to wrestling matches at night with people, with youths of Karantaba and so on. So that's what is lacking in, I admit that. If you had been orientated properly, you could easily adapt to the situations.
joxe misaal ci Solomon Owens moom bi mu ñëwee ñi nga xam ne noonu lañ ko tàggatee woon dafa taxoon ba bi mu ñëwee xëjoon na ci biir askan wi nga xam ne fa la nekkoon ba tax na ba guddi sax daf daan dem di seetaani bëre ak xale yu góor ya nga xam ne ñoom la fa nekkaloon dëgg la yow tamit bu ñu leen tàggatee woon noonu di nga doon mun a toog ci biir foofu.
mooy dëgg.
That's true.
mooy dëgg.
man maa ngi métti na lool li la daloon te
I sympathize
loolu feel nañ ko trop
with what happened and we feel it a lot.
waaye leneen nag sa waxtaan ak ESA.
But one thing in your discussion with the council,
waxoon nga ñu ne dóor yuñ la dóor ak maasi courant yuñ la maas tax na ba ñàkk nga sa góor ya.
You said to us that the torture you endured and the electrocution that you also endured led to you losing your manhood.
waaye boobu mu ngi la daloon NIA benn weer nga jógee foofu dem prison ñaari weer yëpp boole ko ñetti weer.
That happened to you when you spent the month at the NIA and then you went to the prison for another 2 months.
Bila ESA laajee ndax sa jabar daf la doon seet ci fi ñu la téye woon.
When the council asked you whether your wife was visiting you where you have been detained,
da nga ne booba fekkaw sa jabar moom dem na.
You said at that time your wife had already left. She couldn't bear it. Is it when she was aware that you are no longer a man that was when she left?
When
I was arrested and on detention, if you have bad friends, they lead you on to ways where they don't have husbands and you have a husband and they keep telling you that you are here wasting your time. We have a lot of those cases here. When you have friends who are not married and you make them your friends.
Waaw léegi liñ la jàppa moo tax mu dem waaye duxut li nga ñaaka sa góor yaa ñaari parce que bu fekkee loolu la naka la yegee ne da nga ñaaka loolu ba loolu tax mu war a dem so kon loolu taxut mu dem.
Was
daf la jàmbu rek jàppa nañ la jàmbu na la dem na.
Was it
Why do ne da nga delu ci kër gi mu gis ne munatulo dohan mu ne la demal mu ne man ma dem.
Was it a result of your arrest that led your wife to leave you, or was it after she realized that you are no longer able to function as a man? And if that is the reason, how did she know that you are no longer able to function as a man? Because you have not gone home where she could prove that you are unable to perform, and then before she could make such a decision.
You
are making me laugh, Commissioner. What happened to me? I am speaking and laughing, but it's not. You see, the way the statement you made, which makes me laugh. Whether she got information. And this betrayal you are talking about is what stands. What I faced. Up till date, I'm facing it. I leave all in the hands of God. Maybe that is something that was to have happened to me. Maybe that is what God destined for me.
So mu ngi melni dañ la wéjé ci mom bala nga génn sax mom mu daw.
It looks as if you were exposed to her before you were released.
I bad friends for Ame.
Just as I told you.
Deputy Chair, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Job.
Very much.
What I want to know is you had 24 stitches on your hand.
Lima buga xam moy ne ñaar fukki ñaw ak ñenent mom nga am ci sa loxo yi.
Did you get the treatment when you were at the police or after you left?
Wan nañ la fajé bi nga nekk ci police bi la wala ba nga génné.
Man dama génna sama metit.
I went out with my pains.
Ma dem treat ma bopa.
I went and treated myself.
So gisé xolé sa.
If you look at it, you can count them.
It's okay. I just wanted to know whether the police had treated you when you were in the.
They did not have my time. What they wanted was for me to die there.
Thank you. Mr. Job, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Job bude am nga nak yan kaddu yo bu tejé mën nga ko def.
Jërëjëf Chairman, man ko gërëm di ko santa.
Thank you, Chairman.
Ma nga gërëm commissioner ci tok fi yépp.
Thanking the commissioners seated here.
Suma raka Esa senior council.
My younger brother, the senior council.
Ak ñu togal ñëpp.
And all those he is sitting with.
Ma nga gërëm press bi fi nekk ñëpp, all of them.
I thank the press here, all of them.
Man lima dal
what happened to me, maybe it was something that was to have happened to me. I did not pray to God for it, but maybe this is what God destined for me. It is hard, because what I experienced in my body, what I felt, I know it. But maybe this is what God said, that before I die, this would happen to me.
I thank God for that.
I thank God for that.
Why, if you have 22 years.
But what happened there for the 22 years, let us not accept it again. It was painful. Today, we thank God with the establishment of the TRRC, because many thought this would go in vain. These are the boys of Banjo. We will teach them a lesson. They dislike Yaya Jammeh the most. But those who support Yaya Jammeh and what he did to his relatives, and what Yaya Jammeh did to Gambians, all of them, all of it we saw here. We are pleading, because they say that we should forgive one another. That was why the TRRC was established. We appreciate it a lot. If someone troubles you, you can forgive the person. You can forgive the person. This is the world. Maybe what happened to you also happened to some other person. But let's pray to God that also what we encountered in the 22 years. Today is so nice that all are able to sit and narrate what happened to them. Let's leave all in the hands of God. God is able. Let's leave all in the hands of God and know that this is the extent to which God wills it. Those that did this to me, I have forgiven them. I leave them with God.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Job, for your testimony. And again, truly sorry that you had to suffer so much in the hands of
NIA.
And thank you also for the concluding remarks and the forgiveness that you expressed vis-a-vis your torturers.
Dila gërëmi tamit ci li nga xam ne mooy kàddu yu mujj yi nga fi joxe ak li nga wax nag lu aju ci jéggalante bi ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo la doon mitital.
This ends our proceedings for this afternoon. We'll meet again tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming.